प्रथितमस्तु श्रवहे। ओम शांति शांति शांति। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बोफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी। विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः। गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्। सदा स्मेरवक्त्रं कृपापूर्णनेत्रं स्थिरं दीनमित्रं जनप्रीतिपात्रं सुविज्ञातशास्त्रं कषायात्तवस्त्रं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यं दयानन्दरूपं मदाचार्यम्। This Ekashloki Ramayana and Ekashloki Bhagavat. So very interesting. In one verse, the whole Ramayana is covered, and in another verse, the whole of Bhagavatam, that is Krishna's story, that is covered in Sanskrit. Okay. Ramo Rajamanihi Sada Vijayate. Rama is the king, the golden jewel of among kings, and he is always victorious. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate. Ramam Ramesham Bhaje. Okay, this is a different verse. The actual verse for Ramayana is Purvam Rama Tapovanani Gamanam. पहले जमाने में एक जमाना था जब राम ने तपोवन को चले गया। पूर्वम राम तपोवनानि गमनम. बचपन में he was taken by Vishwamitra for learning, and they had to go to Tapovan, where Vishwamitra taught him the Gayatri mantra and asked him to pray to the Lord Sun. Purvam Rama Tapovanani Gamanam Hatva Mrigam Kanchanam. Okay. So after he became the prince, he had to go to the forest because of his father had given a promise to Kaikeyi, his mother, that Bharata should be made king in the place of Rama. Rama should go for 14 years to the forest. So Rama went to the forest along with Sita. Hatva Mrigam Kanchanam. In the forest, he killed many Rakshasas who were disturbing people. And Ravana sent Maricha, his uncle, in the form of a golden deer to take away Rama away from Sita so that Ravana could come and kidnap Sita. Hatva mrigam kanchanam. So Rama killed the golden deer. Vaidehi haranam. But in the process, Sita was kidnapped by Ravana. Vaidehi haranam. Jatayu maranam. So Jatayu, the bird, came to protect Sita, but Ravana killed Jatayu in the air. Ravana had a magical chariot which could fly, and he took Sita in that chariot. Jatayu in the sky fought with Ravana, and Jatayu's wings were cut down, and Ravana went to Lanka. Vaidehi haranam, Jatayu maranam, Sugriva sambhashanam. So Jatayu, as he was dying, Rama met Jatayu, and he was told that Sita has been captured by Ravana. Rama kept on searching for Sita because he didn't know where Ravana was, and he met Hanuman, and through Hanuman he met the Sugriva, uh, who was the brother of the Vanara king Vali. Okay, so Sugriva uh, got Rama's help to kill Vali, and he mustered the monkey army to march with Rama towards Lanka. As they were searching for Sita, they came across Jatayu's brother. He was in the tip of the South India, and he could see very far. He was an eagle. He could see very far. So he said Sita is there in Lanka, in Ashokavana. So Hanuman was sent to Lanka. Sugriva Sambhashanam. So Rama met Sugriva. Vaidehi Haranam. Jatayu Maranam. Sugriva Sambhashanam. Vali Nigrahanam. Samudra Taranam. So he killed Vali, the brother of Sugriva, and made Sugriva the king of the monkeys. And the monkeys, they marched towards the sea and built a bridge and crossed the ocean. Vaidehi Haranam, Jatayu Maranam, Sugriva Sambhashanam, Vali Nigrahanam. Yeah, Lanka Puri Dahanam. So Hanuman went to Lanka with a message from Rama. He met Sita and said, "Do not fear, Rama is coming." And Hanuman, in the process, he burnt a large portion of Lanka with his tail. Lanka Puri Dahanam. Paschad Ravana Kumbhakarna Hananam. So finally, Ravana and Kumbhakarna were killed by Rama in the war. Etadhi Ramayanam. So this much alone is Ramayana. The whole of Ramayana can be reduced to this one verse. Purvam Rama Tapovanani Gamanam Hatvartha Hatva Mragam Kanchanam Vaidehi Haranam Jatayu Maranam Sugriva Sambhashanam Vali Nigrahanam Samudrataranam Lankapuri Dahanam Paschad Ravana Kumbhakarna Hananam Etadhi Ramayanam. In the same way, there's one verse that talks about the life of Lord Krishna. Adau Devaki Devi Devaki Devagarbha Jananam Gopi Grahe Vardhanam Maya Putani Jivitapaharanam Govardhanodharanam. Adau Devaki Devi Garbha Jananam. Krishna was born in Devaki, in her womb. Gopi Grahe Vardhanam. He was brought up in the house of Yashoda, who is a Gopi. Gopi is a person who takes care of the cows. Gopi Grahe Vardhanam. Maya Putani Jivitapaharanam. So, Krishna's uncle Kamsa was a very wicked man, and he was told that the son of Devaki would be the death of Kamsa. So Krishna escaped. Krishna's father took Krishna when he was born to uh, Nanda and Yashoda's house. He left Krishna there, and there was a girl baby in that house, which was brought back by Krishna's father. And Kamsa tried to kill that girl, thinking that that girl was someone who is going to grow up and kill Kamsa. But the girl escaped from Kamsa's grasp, and she flew to the sky. She was a divine soul. She flew to the sky and said, "Your killer is alive, and uh, he is waiting to grow up so that he can kill you." So she disappeared. Kamsa started sending spies to find out who are the people who are born at that time when Krishna was supposed to be born. And there was one Rakshasi, Putani. So this Putana uh, went from house to house. Wherever there was a newborn child, she used to suckle that child and feed it with milk. And the milk was filled with poison. So the child used to die. When she came to Krishna's house, she appeared as a very beautiful woman, and she was very attractive to look at. And she mixed up with the Gopi women, and she saw Krishna playing around, and she says, "Can I hold Krishna for some time?" So the Gopis, they didn't suspect any wickedness. So they allowed Putana to take Krishna in her arms, and she started feeding Krishna. And Krishna was a very wise soul. So he was the avatar of Lord Vishnu. So he recognized that this was no ordinary person. It's a Rakshasa who is trying to kill me. So in the process, instead of Putana's milk killing Krishna, Krishna sucked not only the milk but also the blood of Putana until she fell down, died, and her figure transformed from a beautiful woman to a Rakshasi. So Maya Putani Jivitapaharanam Govardhano Uddharanam. So he protected the people of Vrindavan when the rains came pouring down. Lord Indra, so he wanted to prove that he is greater than Krishna. So he kept on for 40 days, he kept on sending rain until people begged Krishna, "Please help us." And Krishna, with his little finger, he lifted the entire Govardhan mountain like an umbrella and protected the people until Indra's pride was broken. Kamsachedana Kauravadi Hananam. He killed Kamsa finally. He went to Kamsa's court, killed Kamsa, and made Ugrasena, the father of Kamsa, as the king of Mathura. Kamsachedana Kauravadi Kaliya. Actually, he danced on the Kaliya, on the snake in Yamuna. And that Kaliya surrendered finally unto Lord Krishna and became a devotee and said, I will not trouble anyone in Vrindavan. So, Kamsachedana Kaliya Madanam. I'm not sure of the verse. Okay. Gopi Grahe Vardhanam Maya Putani Jivitapaharanam Govardhanodharanam Kamsachedana Kauravadi Hananam. Okay. So he joined the Pandavas to destroy the Kauravas. Kunti Suta Palanam. So he protected Kunti's son, that is Arjuna. He protected Arjuna in the war many times over when Arjuna was uh, being uh, threatened by the enemies. Krishna saw to it that Arjuna was always safe. Kunti Suta Palanam. I'm trying to recall. Kamsachedana Kauravadihananam Kunti Suta Palanam. Etad Bhagavatam Purana Katitam. So this is the story of Bhagavata, which is related in the Puranas. Sri Krishna Leelamritam. It is the immortal story of Lord Krishna's play in this earth. So Krishna descended to this earth in the form of a Leela. A Leela is a play. So his entire life was a Leela in which he went through all the difficulties that a human being can go through, but he always had a smile. Because for him, this is just by the way. As he tells Arjuna, I am the Lord of the three worlds. Nothing can really touch me. I don't need to be fulfilled. I am always full. I am always complete. Anybody who knows my real nature, that person also will become full and complete. So there's nothing as purifying as knowledge. If you have this knowledge, you will become like me. In fact, you will discover your oneness with me. Right? So this is the story of Bhagavatam in one verse. We come to the chapter of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5. I hope you can see the chapter. This is chapter 5.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Right, this is called Karma Sannyasa Yoga. The previous verse was Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. The chapter 4 was called Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Chapter 3 was called Karma Yoga. Chapter 2 was called Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya is also knowledge. So Krishna imparted knowledge to Arjuna in the second chapter, Sankhya Yoga. Third chapter was on Karma Yoga. The fourth chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So you do Karma Sannyasa through knowledge. So if you have knowledge, no karma can touch you because you are beyond, you are not the agent of karma. You are the reality of creation. As a person, you are only playing a role. You are not the person. You are playing the role of a person. You are, in fact, nothing but the Lord of the universe appearing differently. You are the truth of the entire creation. You cannot be touched by creation. You cannot be threatened by anything that happens in creation. You are beyond all karma. You are beyond all sukha and dukkha. Sukha Dukkha is said to be karma phalam. No karma phala can touch you because you are eternal. Karma phala is within time. You are timeless. So if you have the knowledge, then nothing that happens in time can affect you. Right? So this is called jnana karma sannyasa. And the word yoga simply means the chapter. The chapter, the fourth chapter, is called the fourth yoga. So jnana karma sannyasa chapter. In the fifth chapter, Krishna says, sannyasa karma yogascha nishreyasa karau ubhau. Both sannyasa and karma yoga are meant for nishreyas. The word shreyas or nishreyas stands for absolute fulfillment. Okay, another word for it is called as moksha. Moksha means release from all limitation, release from all sorrow. Both sannyasa and karma yoga are beneficial for you to gain absolute fulfillment. Between them, karma sannyasat karma yogo vishishyate. So, karma yoga stands out as something which everyone can practice. Therefore, karma yoga is special. Karma sannyasa, so physically giving up of karma, is meant only for a few people who are qualified for that role. For all others, karma yoga is a way for moksha. So karma yoga vishishyate. Karma yoga is something special. And don't think that you can lose moksha if you don't practice sannyasa. Yat sankhyehi prapyate sthanam tad yogairapi gamyate. Ekam sankhyam cha yogam cha. That which is gained by the sannyasi is also gained by the yogi. Okay, the moksha or nishreyas, which is pursued by a sannyasi, can also be gained by a karma yogi. Ekam sankhyam cha yogam cha. Therefore, both sannyasa and yoga are, really speaking, not two different paths. They are basically meant for one and the same thing. Yaha pashyati sa pashyati. One who sees that both can lead you to moksha. So such a person is a wise person. So what gives you moksha? It is not the lifestyle of sannyasa or the lifestyle of karma yoga. A lifestyle is just you can say a way of life. Sannyasa is a way of life. Karma yoga also is a way of life. But what makes that way of life spiritual is the attitude of Ishvara Arpana Bhavam and Prasada Buddhi. The attitude of I have been blessed by the Lord to play my role in this world, in this universe. I've been given certain responsibilities, and those responsibilities I fulfill as an act of devotion. My responsibilities I fulfill as an act of devotion. It is my prayer unto the Lord. And it is with a sense of gratitude that I perform my duties. Thank you, Lord, for all that you have blessed me with. You have given me hands and legs. You have given me a mind to think. You have given me wisdom. You have given me all the facilities necessary for fulfilling my life. All this I have not created, you have given to me. So I give you thanks. In return, I will fulfill the responsibilities that you have assigned to me. Therefore, my karma is a form of worship unto you. So this is called karma yoga buddhi. Ishvara Arpana Bhavam. Now, people say that you should not have desires. Bhagavad Gita does not say that. Bhagavad Gita says, manage your desire. Okay. What about offering your karmas unto the Lord? Well, offering the karma only means dedicate all karmas unto the Lord. The Lord does not want your karmas. The karma that you do is always for a result. Okay, so when you are focused on the result, understand the result may come according to expectation. It may come beyond your expectation, much more than what you expect. It can be much less than what you expect, or it can be totally opposite of what you expect. You expected a gain and you suffered a loss. Okay, in all action, you work for your goal. That goal can come, it need not come. Therefore, success is always a possibility in terms of probability. So, some success is more probable, some success is less probable. The more you plan for success, the more you work for success, you're increasing the probability of success, right? But no matter how much you calculate, how much you plan, your plan can go wrong, and instead of success, you may end up with something totally different. Now that, if you can handle the possibility of failure, do not be afraid of failure. If failure comes, I can handle it. So that is called trust. With the help of Ishvara, I will handle my failures. I do not want failure. I am working for success. And yes, that goal is meant for me. Okay, I am not pursuing a goal uh, for somebody else's purpose. All goals are meant for me. When you say perform your duties, do not think about results. Duties are something associated with my role. In every role, there are some role responsibilities. Okay, when you join a company, you are given a list of your responsibilities which you have to fulfill. These are your role responsibilities. Whether you are an ordinary clerk, or you're an officer, or you're the CEO, there are role responsibilities. You fulfill your role responsibilities, and simultaneously you are working for your own you can say, needs. You're working for your own needs while fulfilling your responsibilities. Okay, it is not that you don't work for your needs, you only work to fulfill the responsibilities. It is not that you only fulfill your responsibilities, you don't fulfill your needs. It is a harmony in which, while fulfilling your responsibilities, you are also fulfilling your needs. This is where I talk to my MBA students and ask them, what is the purpose of business? The usual answer I get is, the purpose of business is profit. Okay. If the purpose of business is profit, then The fellow who scams people and makes a huge profit, that fellow should be a successful person. He's a scamster and he loots a lot of people and makes big profit. So is that good business? They say no. Profit is not the only purpose of business. In fact, profit is not the purpose of business, it's a part of business. What is the real purpose? The real purpose is to be a service provider. In every business, you are providing a service. So that is the purpose of business. You provide service and the profit that you get is a compensation for it. Do not focus on the compensation and compromise on your service. Focus on your service and maximize your profit. So profit is a compensation. If you do your business in the right way, in the right spirit, you will get your profits. Okay. But for the sake of profits, do not compromise on your service. This is exactly what Krishna is saying. Karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have control over your karma. You don't have control over the results. So do not focus on the results so much that you compromise on your efforts. Okay. And do not say there is no guarantee of results. Therefore, why should I work for it? Do not give in to inaction. Many people do not take up responsibilities because they are afraid they will fail. Krishna says, manage your fear and take up your responsibilities. In fact, some responsibilities are given to you right from your day one of your birth. As you grow up, you keep on taking newer responsibilities. Do not be afraid of those responsibilities. Yes, your responsibilities may not be fulfilled successfully. That is not your worry. Your worry is, are you fulfilling your responsibilities in the right way? Karmani eva adhikaraste. You have control over your actions. So take charge of your actions. Don't worry about the result. The result comes through the laws of karma. So every karma will yield you karma phalam. Okay. But understand, there's no guarantee that I'll get it immediately. Sometimes it is delayed. Sometimes it is delayed not by a few days or a few hours. It is delayed by a few lifetimes. So have the assurance, if I have done the right thing, I will get the right result. If not today, I will get it tomorrow. Okay. And if a wrong result has come, maybe it is because of something I have done in the past. In the past, maybe I have not done the right action and I am paying for it. But I will not sit and cry over the result. I will keep putting the right effort until in the long run, success starts coming to me. So this is, I would say, your role, responsibilities. Take care of that and do it with a sense of gratitude. Karma becomes a prayer. Do not focus so much on the results of karma. Yes, you can hope for success. You can work for success. You can plan for success. You can expect success, but you cannot depend on success. You cannot depend on success. This is what Krishna says. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Do not depend on the result. Focus on your karma. The results will come. Sometimes 60%, 70%, 80%, the result will come. Sometimes you cannot depend on the result because the other 20% is also a probability. That failure is also a probability. If it comes, don't be disheartened. Learn to accept it as it is coming from the hands of the Lord. All karma phala comes through the Lord. Therefore, I accept it as prasadam. So in both karma as well as in karma phala, I have a worshipful attitude that helps me to manage my life of likes and dislikes and joy and sorrow. Likes and dislikes I manage with Ishvara Arpana Bhavam. Joy and sorrow I manage with Prasada Buddhi. So Karma Yoga helps me to make my life simple and straightforward. It makes my mind very ready for self-knowledge. And this knowledge, just a minute, hold on. Yeah. Karma Yoga makes my mind simple and accepting. It is a learning mind, and a learning mind is required for knowledge. What gives me knowledge is I have to go to the source of knowledge, that is the Upanishads, which teach me what I really am. And that learning cannot be gained merely by reading the Upanishads. It's not the words that give you the knowledge. Words can give you certain concepts. You have to go behind the word and see the context. That context is given to you by the teacher. So with the help of the teacher, you see the words in the right context, and it makes the whole teaching meaningful in your own life. This is what Krishna was doing to Arjuna. In a two-way conversation, Krishna and Arjuna kept on moving from concepts to meaning. You started with concepts and Arjuna kept on asking, so please tell me what exactly is sannyasa, what exactly is karma yoga. Tell me which of them is better for me. Krishna says uh, both are leading to the same goal, and in fact, both have the purpose is the same. When you are ready for self-knowledge through karma yoga, then you are ready to take sannyasa. If you are qualified for sannyasa, even otherwise, you are ready for self-knowledge. So through self-knowledge, you discover that you are a Nitya Sannyasi. A Nitya Sannyasi is the one who is beyond karma. That Nitya Sannyasa is not a condition or a lifestyle. Nitya Sannyasi is nothing but knowledge. Knowledge tells you you are not associated with karma, because karma is for the karta, the agent. The agent is within time, within space. Okay. So the agent, time, and space, the whole thing is subject to change. Everything changes except you, the conscious being who is aware of all these changes. You, the conscious being, are aware of all these changes. That you is not subject to change. Therefore, you are not affected by change. You are immune to change. Okay? Krishna says, you are indestructible. Know yourself and go beyond sorrow. you are indestructible. Now, even after you have this knowledge, you still continue with your role responsibilities. Krishna says, Brahmani adhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yaha lipyate na sa papena padma patram iva ambasa. Dedicate all actions unto Brahman, unto Ishvara. Sangam tyaktva. Give up your attachment to karma. Don't be attached to your karma. The word attachment is not mere connection. Attachment means dependence. Do not depend on karma for fulfillment, because karma is within time. The results of karma are within time, and the fulfillment that you are looking for is beyond time. The fulfillment that you are looking for is not in time, it is beyond time. And that fulfillment cannot be gained by effort. It has to be gained by knowledge of your timeless nature. So as far as your role responsibilities are concerned, continue to dedicate your actions unto the Lord. Brahmani adhaya karmani sangam tyaktva. Give up the dependence on the result. The results are not in your hand. It comes from the Lord. So be ready for whatever result that comes. You hope for success, you work for success, you pray for success, but you cannot depend on success. So be ready for whatever comes. This readiness to handle the joys and sorrows of your life. This is called prasada buddhi. So with this attitude, nothing can really touch you. Lipyate nasa papena. You will not be affected by the negative results of papa. Padma patram iva ambasa. You will be like the lotus leaf in water. It is in water at the same time. It has got an insulation from water. It is not wetted by water. The water simply flows away from the leaf. So the leaf cannot become wet because it is insulated. Similarly, through Karma Yoga, you are insulating yourself from the negative results of karma. Lipyate nasa papena. Papa is a negative results of karma. Okay. Again, Krishna says, Sarva karmani manasa sanyasya aste sukham vashi. Vashi, the one who is in control. With wisdom, you are able to manage your life. With self-knowledge, your life becomes a leela, just like Krishna leela. Krishna's life was something for Krishna, it was just a game. If you know reality, then your life also just becomes a game. And in the game, what is the purpose of the game? If you're playing cricket, what is the purpose of cricket? Purpose is not to win. Okay? The purpose is to enjoy the game. The purpose of any game is to enjoy. They say, na, baithe baithe kya kare? करना है कुछ काम, चलो खेलेंगे अंताक्षरी लेके प्रभु का नाम. So Antakshari is just a game. So you enjoy it just to pass time. So to pass time, you play a game. When you have the knowledge of the absolute reality, your whole life becomes a pastime. Therefore, learn to enjoy your life. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasya. Having let go of all karma. Sarva karma sannyasa. What does sarva karma sannyasa mean? You are untouched by any karma if you have the knowledge of yourself as the absolute. No karma can touch you. Positive or negative results of karma cannot affect you because results of karma are within time and you are beyond time. You are eternal. The eternal cannot be touched by time. Okay. So with the knowledge of your real self, learn to let go all dependence on karma and karma phala. Aste sukham vashi. So you are playing the game. The game is in your control. Even when you lose a game, okay, so you are still enjoying the game. So it is not that you are lost in the game. You are still playing the game. That is why they say until the last ball, you continue to play, even though the game is practically over, but still a few balls are remaining to be played out. Therefore, keep playing. Do not say, anyway, we have lost the match. Therefore, why should we continue the last few balls? Keep playing because the play is meant for enjoyment. So enjoy the game. Even when you're losing, learn to play the game like a sportsman. So the purpose of the game is to play the game like a sportsman. Victory is part of the game. You hope for victory. Failure also is part of the game. So you don't want failure, so you plan not to fail. You want success, you plan to be successful. At the same time, you understand that there is no guarantee of success. I accept both success and failure like a sportsman. So Sukham Aste, you are well rested because this is just a game. Please understand, life is just a game. All that happens to you is part of the game of life. So learn to recognize it as a game. Do not get lost in the game to such an extent that you become frustrated, you get stressed out, and you start compromising in life. You don't need to compromise if you recognize you're ready for failure, you're ready for success, you're ready for whatever comes in your way. Navadware pure dehi naiva kurvan na karayan. So this person who has knowledge says, I remain untouched by all activity. Whatever happens around me, that is within time, I am beyond time. I am eternal. I am present in this body. This body has got Navadwaram, 9 gates. So the 5 sense organs, even in the 5 sense organs, you have 2 eyes, you have 2 ears. So, and the different openings of the body, including your excretory organs. So they are all the openings in the body. In this body, you remain naiva kurvan na karayan. You remain not as an agent of karma, you remain as a non-agent. The agent of karma is the role that you are playing. The non-agent is what you really are. Okay. So do not confuse yourself with the agent of karma. You are not the agent. You are the one who is changeless. You are the witness of everything that happens to you in your life. So ask yourself, are you the one who is going through life ups and downs? Or are you the one who is witnessing all the going ons in life, ups and downs? As an agent who is going through life, you are affected by karma, karma phala. As a witness who is watching all this ups and downs, you are beyond change. You are a reality. Naiva kurvan na karayan. You do not do karma, nor do you cause anyone to do karma. Naiva kurvan na karayan. Okay? So don't be afraid of karma. Karma is just part of your role responsibility. So fulfill that role responsibility with an attitude of gratitude. So with all gratitude, I do my karma as an agent, but I also understand as an agent, I am playing my role. As the non-agent, I am beyond the role. As an agent, I am playing my role. As a non-agent, I am witnessing my role. So there are two parts of me. One part of me is the one who is actively involved in life. Another part of me is the one who is just watching as a witness. And Vedanta asks you, who are you? Are you the changing one, or are you the witness who is never changing? Okay. Maybe I will answer, I am two in one. I am two in one. I am both. I am the agent who is associated with karma. As the agent, I do the karma and I play by the rules of the game. Playing the rules of the game is called dharma. I live a life of dharma. I play the rules of the game and I see how well I can play. The better I learn to play, the better are my results. As a non-agent, I am not touched by the result. The results are by the way. My freedom is all the way. So this is called self-knowledge. Sukham aste vashi. I am the vashi. I am the one who has the game in my hands. I am not carried away by the game. I am able to play the game well. At the same time, I am able to let go of the game also. Okay. I cannot play the game well if I do not identify with my roles. To play the game well, I should take my role seriously, whether I'm a wicket keeper or a batsman or a bowler or a fielder. I have to take my roles seriously. So when I'm playing the game, I take my roles seriously. I also understand that this is just a game. Therefore, this game cannot destroy me. I am indestructible. I am beyond the game. This is just a game. The purpose of the game is to improve my skills and to enjoy the game like a sportsman. Therefore, as a sportsman, failure does not threaten me. as a sportsman, failure does not go into success does not go into my head. So I retain my balance. In success and failure, I am the same. So this is what is talked about in verse number 18 and 19. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shwapakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. The wise people, the person of knowledge, sees one reality in and through all differences. There is a Pandit who is very knowledgeable. He's got Vidya and he's also got Vinayam. Vidya Vinaya Sampannaha Brahmana. Brahmana is the one who studied the Vedas. Such a person is rich in knowledge, is also rich in modesty. The more knowledge you have, the more you realize how much you don't have. Okay, people with little knowledge look or act very proud of their knowledge. The deeper you go into knowledge, you discover how little you know. So the person who is rich in knowledge also becomes a learner because there's so much more to learn. He becomes full of Vinaya. Vinaya is modesty. He is not arrogant of his knowledge. He's very modest regarding his knowledge. Now, this person deserves your respect, right? Now, next to this person, there is a cow. That cow has got its own qualities which you respect. There is an elephant, the Hasti. Hasti has got its own majesty. It is royal. There is a dog, Shuni, and there is a outcast who eats the meat of the dog. So Shwapakaha. Now all these people, okay, have got different qualities. So one is highly respected and the other is looked down upon. Panditaha Samadhi. If you are really a wise person, you will not discriminate against anybody. You will have a balanced approach towards everyone. That means you are fair to everyone. This is the quality of a person of knowledge. If you know reality, the same reality is manifest in the Brahmana. The same reality is manifest in the cow, in the elephant, in the dog, and the dog eater. So Panditaha Samadarshina. This Samadarshina comes in terms of all differences are part of the game of life. The purpose of the game is to enjoy the game, to become a sportsman-like person, and to look beyond the game. Beyond the game, I am neither a wicket keeper nor I am a bowler. I am just Virat Kohli. I have retired. Okay, once I have retired, I am neither a batsman nor a bowler. I have nothing to do with the game. So playing the game is just a role play. Beyond the game, everything is the same for me. So when you have this attitude, you respect your wicket keeper, you respect your bowler, you respect your fielders, you respect your team and treat all of them in a fair way. You do not discriminate. Okay? You do not discriminate between a person who has scored more runs and the person who has scored just a duck. You treat all of them as your team members. You are magnanimous in handling your people. Also, in your experiences, when Virat Kohli, when he scores a 0, okay, so It is just a phase of his game. So you cannot score 100 in every game. Therefore, you have the grace to accept, yes, sometimes I may be out of luck, and that is okay. I accept that zero. Anyway, it is part of the game. I am not pulled down by that game. I am enjoying the game. If you have that attitude, this is the attitude which a person of knowledge has, not only regarding a game of cricket, but regarding the game of life. Okay. The game of life involves ups and downs. Understand, all ups and downs are part of the game. As the sportsman, you are ready for the game. You are ready for both success and defeat. Success does not go to your head, and defeat does not make you depressed. You smile your way through the game because you are a sportsman. The same attitude is the attitude of the wise person. All of life is a game. Therefore, sorrow also is part of the game. If I have to experience sorrow, so be it. I don't enjoy sorrow, but if sorrow comes my way, I will accept it as part of the game. Instead of complaining, I will see how best to manage it. When success comes my way, I will accept it gratefully. I don't depend on success, nor am I afraid of failure. I can handle both. This is called Karma Yoga. And Brahma Vidya is I am beyond the game. Therefore, nothing touches me. Success and failure are part of the game. I am the reality. I am untouched by whatever happens. Okay. So this is called Brahma Vidya. Karma Yoga helps me to manage my game as a sportsman. Brahma Vidya makes me look beyond the game. I am not limited by the game. The game is just one aspect of me. I am much more. I am the real. I am the eternal. I am beyond time. I am beyond space. Knowledge tells me I don't have to do anything to become complete. I don't have anything. I don't have to do anything to become free. If I know my real nature, which is beyond the game, I have fulfilled my life. If I don't know that I am beyond the game, I am struggling in life. So knowledge makes all the difference between struggling in life and fulfillment of life. If I know who I am, if I know I am eternal, if I know I am beyond this game of life, then I need not be afraid of life. I need not be dependent on life. I can just enjoy the game. So this is called the person of knowledge. This is exemplified by Krishna. For Krishna, the whole life was just a game. But he took it seriously because you are playing the game. In the game, you have to play seriously. But he smiled throughout because he understands this is just a game. Right? So we'll stop here. We'll finish the prayer and time for question answers. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Time for questions.
Sir, I want to ask a question.
Haji boliye.
No, if life is a game, with whom are you playing? Playing against whom?
Very, very, very relevant question. Playing a game against whom? Okay. Life is a manifestation of eternal consciousness. Okay. So the one Ishvara has become this creation. So one Ishvara has become many. Okay. So when you look at this world, you are playing a game with your team and your opponents. Okay. You are playing a game with all this. But all this is really the source of all this is one Ishvara who has become all this. Right? So it is Ishvara who is playing the game of life, in which he is playing you, he is playing me, he is playing everyone. Ishvara is playing all the roles. Okay. So Ishvara is playing the role of Gopal, Ishvara is playing the role of Uday, Ishvara is playing the role of all the participants in today's group. So everybody is different aspect of Ishvara. And it is said that Ishvara, before creation, he was one. Then he said, let us make life more interesting. Let me become many. So he created this universe. He became many. The question is how? How did he become many? So a nice example is your dream. Okay. You are one person, but in your dream, how many of you are there? There are any number of people, correct? So you can have a whole conference in your dream in which you invite a lot of people. Now all those people, who are they? They are not different from you. They are you alone. Okay. You have divided yourself in your dream. So this is called the game of life. So whom are you playing? You are playing with yourself, but in different forms. So you are the subject, you are the object, you are the resources that are there around you, and the success also is for you, the failure also is for you. Everything is you. So this is a game of life. Thank you for asking this question. Very interesting.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Yes.
Acharya ji, I have a question.
Haji boliye.
I think more than a question, it is a confused thought. I am looking for some clarity.
Yeah.
You see, a person opts to become a sannyasi.
Huh.
He looks for a guru. The guru accepts him, and then after a period of training as brahmacharya, as Chaitanya, ordains him as a sannyasi. Now, the moment he becomes a sannyasi, is he assured of moksha, or still his moksha is governed by his karma as a sannyasi?
Okay. Sannyasa, taking sannyasa, okay, as a lifestyle does not guarantee moksha. Okay. Sannyasa is a helpful adjunct. Adjunct means it is a condition. It's a helpful condition for knowledge. Right? So in sannyasa, you have a lot of time to pursue knowledge. You can pursue meditation, you can pursue prayer, you have a lot of time. Okay. If you're not a sannyasi, if you are a householder, if you are having responsibilities, your time is restricted. If your time is restricted, you have to prioritize your time. Okay, because you have other responsibilities, plus you want moksha. So you have to prioritize moksha along with your other responsibilities. So that requires a greater skill. So living a life of responsibilities requires a greater skill. And how do you develop that skill? By living that life. Okay, so when you live that life, you start by making mistakes, you learn from your mistakes, and you become more and more skillful as you keep going. Right? So Karma Yoga is a step in which you develop your skills until you come to the point where you are ready for knowledge. Your mind is fully ready. Okay. As a sannyasi, you are expected to have a ready mind. In Karma Yoga, whether you have a ready mind or not, practice Karma Yoga. By and by, you will become ready. Okay. Now, for both sannyasa and for Karma Yoga, what gives you moksha is a knowledge of your eternal nature. So, if you have that knowledge and if you assimilated that knowledge itself is freedom. It's not that you have to wait for freedom. That knowledge itself is freedom. And that knowledge is common to sannyasi also. It is common to karma yogi also. Does that make sense? I can't hear you.
In some cases, there is what is called an apatkalan sannyasa. That is towards the end of the life,
Yeah,
they take sannyasa with the help of getting salvation.
correct.
How does that does it fit in with this theory?
Apat kala is, so basically if you are in a life and death position, okay, forget all your responsibilities, just trust God and worship Him. So that type of sannyasa is more of my life is now over, almost over. So at least let me spend the last days of my life in prayer. So that is apat sannyasa. Just let me spend it in prayer. Whether I get moksha or not, I don't know. But at least now that's my only goal now, because all other goals are cut off. Because my life is almost over, or it's a life and death situation. I don't think I will survive. So taking sannyasa is a logical thing. At least I don't have to worry about my responsibilities. Let me just focus on my prayers, my meditation, knowledge. It doesn't guarantee you moksha. No.
Thank you, Acharya.
Yeah. Namaste. Namaste. I hope you like the story today.
Yeah,
Bhagavatam, Krishna story. Chal.
very.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Namaskar. Namaskar.